Welcome to the East Bridgewater Capital Committee meeting on April 3rd, 2024. Tonight, we're going to go over the request for the articles for town meeting for capital. I do want to say that a lot of work has been done behind the scenes with separate departments. We've had an opportunity to visit different areas, from facilities to the schools, to review some of their needs, and we got to see hands-on what exactly we're talking about. And people went back and we had some requests. We talked back and forth. We've refined some of them, so I'll go through them. I'll explain each one briefly, and we'll take a motion or ask any questions you want, and we'll move through this. Funding sources this year will be roughly $500,000 from free cash and $500,000 from the capital stabilization fund. But let's go through number one, the water department. These are membrane filters. There's no debt for that for us. That comes out of the water account. John explained that very detailed at our last meeting. These filters have to be replaced. They take the ones out they have, they clean them, they keep them for backup. They're becoming, less and less efficient, but at least we'll have something for emergency backup also. He also said these were a new type of filter that they got to try in one of the plants, and that's the benefit of having, the two plants, is they can try it out in one place and see if it works before they get too deeply involved. But that request is $40,900 from the water department. I'll entertain a motion.
Move to support the expenditure of $40,900 from water funds for membrane filter replacement as described by the chairman.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
DPW facilities, there's town hall, there's two components here. The town hall break room for staff and the building inspectors and IT office renovations. We've worked with them, we've talked with the planning board, we've received feedback from the folks here in town hall about having a place to actually have the opportunity to eat lunch, and some renovations needed in the offices, the last two offices to be done in town hall. Together, they are $42,500. I will take a motion.
Move to recommend expenditure of $42,500 for the town hall break room and the building inspector and IT office renovations.
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
We had two other requests. We had two requests at the library for repointing brick exterior and windows. Talking to facilities, Brian, they're not ready to do that yet. We don't have we don't have a cost for it. They're still working on completing the roof and the HVAC stuff over there. So I'm gonna take a motion in that regard to not recommend it.
Move not to recommend expenditure of funds for the library repointing brick exterior and/or windows replacement.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We have another one, facilities at school. It's a lighting retrofit, electrical upgrades. It's $100,000. Now, I may not have all these numbers correct. You guys might have it, but basically, we're getting, $400,000 and $300,000 in total, and we have to commit $100,000 to this program for energy savings. We reviewed with facilities and with Charlie that from the energy savings programs that we have done over the past, that our kilowatt hours are down. It hasn't had a total impact on the overall budget to any extreme extent because, of course, the rates have gone up. But from an energy savings perspective, everything we've done has worked out well. And this is the last phase of this program, so I would entertain a motion.
Move to support the expenditure of $100,000 for schools lighting retrofit electrical upgrades.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next one is an annual article that we have for the roads here in town. This is to subsidize the Chapter 90 money for the-
Supplement.
Supplement, yeah, to supplement it, and it's at $561,312.30. This is to continue the process on the plan that John and the DPW have in regards to upgrading the roads, and I think actually with this plan, weren't there two major roads that he was gonna start to work on this year that were really bad?
Fieldcrest.
Fieldcrest.
And, I'm sorry, I forgot the other one,
Yeah.
but, yeah.
But some of these major roads that we accepted into town to get them up to speed and get them up to snuff. So this is an annual thing that we do every year to enhance our road program.
Move to support the expenditure of 561,312.30 for roadway improvements as outlined by the DPW superintendent.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We had another request here for a 6-yard salt spreader, but what was snow and ice budget was under this year because we didn't have a lot of snow, so we're able to shift those funds internally in the operating budget, so that won't be an article this year, that's being pulled.
Move not to recommend the purchase of the salt spreaders.
Well, we still have to recommend it for the snow and ice, because it's over $20,000.
Okay, so move to
Recommend. this
recommend
funding.
expenditure of necessary funds to purchase the 2 6-yard salt spreaders from the snow budget.
And ice, yep.
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We've had an opportunity, we met with the schools and we walked through the piano lab, the weight room, saw the IT switch replacement and access points, along with the auditorium projector and the electronics. From what I could see, you walk into the piano lab and there's more tape on the keyboards than anything else. A lot of things isn't functioning. Believe it or not, all this stuff is already 13 years old. We've had the high school one for 13 years. Seems like only yesterday. The IT, the weight room, folks are in there using it. A lot of the equipment isn't functional, and after I left, another piece of equipment broke, and it seems to be irreparable. And it was a heavy use area. Get that, heavy use weight room, get it? Okay. The IT switch.
Don't give up your day job.
I won't.
Okay.
And the IT switch.
You already did.
The IT switch replacement and the access points, technology's 13 years old. It changes. That's one of them, I believe the access point replacement actually handles the whole internet and whole linking of all of the town, the fire, police, town hall, everybody. So even though this says school, it's not just the schools, it is town-wide. If we want to go down and make a motion on each one of those for those who don't have it, just to make clarification, the weight room has gone down to 31,000. Well, you can make the motion with the new dollar value. You have it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so move to support the expenditure of $34,000 to provide new equipment for the piano lab for the school department.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Move to to recommend expenditure of $31,401 for new fixtures and equipment for the weight room for the school department.
Seconded.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Move to support, or to recommend, rather, the expenditure of $57,956 for IT switch replacement as requested by the school department.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye. Move to recommend expenditure of $36,708 for IT access point replacement as requested by the school department.
Seconded.
In favor?
Aye.
Aye. The gym sound system, that's just being pulled, so we don't have to vote on that, and not use anything else, so that's just being pulled.
Move to recommend expenditure of $40,510 to replace as the auditorium projector and associated electronics as requested by the school department.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Then we have the townwide user devices. This is in a 3-year plan. Remember with COVID, we brought everything all brand new, coming in all at once. We can't really afford to replace everything all at once, so we've been working with the IT department, and this first year's request of $60,000 will replace, what did I say, roughly 40% or 30% or something like that of our equipment. The next year will be $50,000, and the next year would be $40,000. But at least this first leg we're able to do this year to replace and upgrade, because I think some of them are still on Windows 10, I think,
Oh,
or
are they?
something like that, and, you know, you can't manage them anymore, so. Take a motion.
Move to recommend expenditure of $60,000 to fund the initial replacement of townwide user devices as requested by IT department.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next thing we have, and the last item, is for the police department. It's a taser replacement. It was presented at first as an overall cost of like $160,000 roughly. And what we're gonna do with this one is we have an opportunity to do it on a lease-to-own type program for $27,500 a year. And if I did my math right, that comes out to $137,500 in total. But I recommend that we support the lease agreement. We'll be coming out of the stabilization fund, and it is a commitment, but you know, we're gonna have to do this every year, $27,000.
So that's a 5-year commitment, Mr. Chairman,
Yep.
yes?
Yep, it's a 5-year commitment, just to be clear, and right now, we're voting on the $27,500 for this year.
Move to support expenditure of $27,500 for taser replacements as requested by the police department.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'd just like to thank everybody who participated in this year's process. Knowing that it was gonna be a difficult year, I think departments really looked at what they really needed, and we didn't really get a lot of pie-in-the-sky requests. We still need to work further on at least a 3-year plan to see what's coming down the road. We do have the sale of the Hanson land down there coming up. That will be capital money. We'll need to figure out judiciously how we use that and operate, you know, over time, over the next 3 or 4 years with that, while we're dealing with other debt problems. But I'd just like to thank everybody in the committee for the time and dedication they've put into it this year. So, thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you for your outstanding leadership, Mr. Rich.
Cheers, isn't it wonderful, huh? So if we can, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn if you'd like.
So moved.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.